guys, we'll be starting in a moment. Just going to give it a couple of minutes. Hey guys, happy Thursday. Hope everyone is well. I'll give it just a couple of minutes and we'll get started. Just break everything down because obviously there's been some big moves in the market I'm sure you're aware of, but we'll sort of break everything down, speak about the reasoning and look at everything technically as well. If you just give me a moment, just going to notify people now. Start in just sort of 2 minutes time, guys. Hey, if anyone's joining, just give me 2 minutes and we'll get started. It's under 2 minutes now. Just putting this out on Instagram. Okay, bam. All right. YouTube. Okay. All right, guys. I hope everyone is well and blessed. There's been some big market moves. I'm sure you're aware. I just want to offer a lot of my condolences and my good energy out to anyone affected by obviously what's going on at the moment. So I'm just going to share my screen. We'll just walk through everything. 1 moment. So chart view. Okay, let's bring up the charts. Okay, so obviously there's a massive sea of red, as you can see, across the board with cryptocurrencies. Big bloodshed right now, as you can see here. Why? The news came sort of in very early hours today. Russia, as you can see, so Russia has attacked Ukraine, unfortunately. Various infrastructures have been, missiles hitting various Ukrainian infrastructures. So this is essentially them invading Ukraine, and now obviously we are, they are entering into a war. So this is why markets are selling off across the board. It's not just cryptocurrency, it's stock markets as well being hammered hard. Okay, everyone just needing to pile in safety. They come out of riskier assets such as cryptocurrency, such as stocks, and put their money into safety. So let's just see what's going on anyway with Bitcoin now. Obviously, I had mentioned, again, just without sounding like a broken record, but let's just go over from top to bottom. Remember on the monthly, right, we had already been in the downward trend. We had this wick that we needed to fill in January. And obviously now that's being filled. Unfortunately, being triggered by, obviously, this large, devastating geopolitical tension between Russia and Ukraine. So what we're seeing is this exerting the pressure to the downside. Technically, we had been seeing that sell-off anyway, right? But now we are going to look to fill this wick, as I say, that we produced in Jan, and come down to this massive buying area here around 30K. All right, let's just quickly refresh our memories on the weekly. right? Structure, remember, had been largely to the downside. We were printing lower highs and lower lows, right? That was the downward trend. Lower highs, lower lows. Remember, we had this period where we broke out this channel. I did express some not being overly convinced in that, because I said it could be a bull trap. And, you know, it pretty much did prove to be, okay? Because we came out of it and now we're coming back and respecting. We're going to be re-respecting this market structure again, okay? So where are we going to bounce, Ken? I said, first of all, keep an eye on a retest of this channel, you know, to mark out a breakout and retest. If that retest here, if that didn't hold, if it doesn't hold, which it doesn't look likely, because obviously we've got this geopolitical tension now, and it's adding to every reason to sell, to keep selling right now, and it makes sense, then this should really push through. Now, I did mention how we could potentially see, you know, end up seeing like a double bottom, one bottom, two bottom, and the neckline would have been up here around sort of 45, well, just shy of 46K. But I don't think that's going to be seen. Really, we're going to need to come down to this big demand zone at 30K and see how the price responds there. If you look on the daily, I did mention, right, we had a bit of upside. Don't read too much into it. Obviously, this really being helped by, you know, Russia, the Russian news last night or early hours. And I'm just putting things into technical perspective as well with these. Bear with me one moment. Okay. I think my microphone. There we go. Okay, let me just test out the sound, because I believe I was having some sound issues. One moment. Okay, we are having some sound issues. Bear me one moment. I'm just going to turn up my sound, guys, because apparently I'm quite quiet. Here we go. It's testing up. Testing. Here's the volume. Bam. Okay. Right, I think we're better now. We're much better. We're much better. Here's the volume. All right, we're all good. Okay, guys, so just jumping straight back into this. As I say, technically, we've been to the downside anyway. Look at Bitcoin. You know, look at these flags. Pennant, breakout, flag, breakout. And then this is obviously the Russian situation. We had a flag forming anyway. We've had a flag forming here. And then obviously the Russian news hit. Big downside pressure, selling. And you can see, if we drop this down on the hourly, just see the current price action against a bit of consolidation coming up to, you see how we've broken back below this trend line, this channel which we'd escaped, okay, which we'd escaped over here on the 4th of Feb. We're now sucked back below. So what do you think this is going to do? It's going to act as resistance. You can see that the initial first signs right now of this resistance coming into play. And it looks like we could obviously very well get rejections here, and then we end up coming back down. I just want to see where we've previously been at this sort of territory here. You know, yeah, we've got room for this to just come in deep in our buying area down here into 30K. So just keep an eye on that right now. And it looks like, as I say, just on the 1 hour chart, just forming a bit of a flag structure, a bit of pennant, just consolidation. As you can see here, like here, look, flag here, flag, just another one here, bit of consolidation around this sort of 35,500 in towards sort of 36,000 tops to make way for another drop. Okay, guys. Look, at the end of the day, it's real negative news, okay? It's real negative news, the situation with Russia and Ukraine. Obviously, we can't really speak politics, and I wouldn't like to anyway, but it's just, no war is good. It is devastating. But, you know, there's going to be opportunities. There's going to be opportunities for our portfolios to bounce and to get all these cryptocurrencies at such a bargain, you know, at such a bargain. So, yeah, let's just see what's going on with Ethereum. You know, with Ethereum, I said this before as well. It's like, look, technically, didn't it make sense? And it's strange sometimes when these technicals just go hand in hand with the fundamentals. So, you know, it's almost like the markets knew something like this is going to happen in a sick way. Because, look, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and you can see really clearly on the weekly chart. Remember, we broke out and we retested that. Look at that couple of weeks ago or so. Formed a nice rejection, sort of an evening sort of shooting star formation, and then making way for downside pressure. You can see where Ethereum's going. If you look with me, we can see where it's going. It's going to sort of 1800, this next big demand zone. It's inevitable. If you just look left, you know, you can see there's no major support in between. It's just going to come down to here, in my view. So we look at potentially buying there, or perhaps we do have a deeper correction. Let's just measure. Let's go back to Bitcoin a minute. And I'm going to come back to Ethereum. Sorry, and I'm jumping from thing to thing. But let's just talk about something a minute. Remember, we've got this head and shoulders with Bitcoin. If we look at that in theory, we should be seeing the equivalent of the move to the downside, there or thereabouts. You know, a lot of people are talking about this 20K region, okay, to see some buying come back into play for Bitcoin. Whether we see that, let's see. I trade what I see at the end of the day. I don't necessarily speculate as to, you know, when the buying will come back into play. I just look at key areas, key zones, and look at history, because history repeats itself. So I'm trading what I'm seeing right now, and right now it is obviously downside pressure. So keep an eye on this, as I say, that consolidation, that breakout's coming. Ethereum, same here as well. We may have room for a little bit of pullback, people taking some profits, but overall, you know, the trend is largely to the downside. So we should get some selling here for Ethereum, you know, in towards sort of what I want to see is this. We break out. Let's just look left. I just want to give you an example of when we've broken where we're at now, sort of 2,400. Let's see. Here, you know, look here, breakout, retest, and then drop. And you see on the way down, we're forming various sort of consolidationary patterns. So anyway, this is what I want to see here. Let me give you the scenario. Okay, so eventually I want to see this Ethereum breaking out. I've turned the volume up now, guys, so hopefully you can hear me. Hey, Johnny. Cizana. Do I pronounce your name correctly when I say that? Cizana. Hope you're well anyway, because you always join. Hope you're very blessed. So this is what I'd look as a scenario for Ethereum. And if you can, you know, there are some opportunities, to say, to margin trade this, guys. This is what I'd be looking at. Breakout, retest. I'd leave stops, decent breathing room above this demand zone, and be running into the downside, even just to the top of this zone. It offers decent risk to reward of 4s. So that's something I'll be monitoring there for Ethereum, just as in this period of consolidation. So, you know, when we're in steep bear trends, right, just always remember the trend is your friend. So any pullbacks that we see, technical pullbacks, subject to being sold. Periods of consolidation, subject to being sold. You get the point. So that's just exactly what we're seeing right now. So we've just got another period of consolidation, subject to being sold. I went over this yesterday with Bitcoin. I think we fell slightly short, actually, of the trade idea I pointed out. We came up a little bit above, higher than where I wanted to execute some shorts. We came a little bit above when we formed this flag, but ultimately it did come into fruition. And look at that nice little evening star there at the top of the trend to indicate sellers are going to come into play. Confirmation was this bearish candlestick below that evening star. Okay, now the sellers are in play, and that's exactly what we saw. And look, you drop it even on a lower time frame, on the 30-minute, you know, you'll see, look, these periods of consolidation, these pennants, breakout. So just watch this. We're gonna have another breakout coming. Ripple, XRP rather. Okay, big downside there. We're entering into a chunky demand zone here around sort of 59 cents. We easily pass through that though and in towards 52 cents. This presents an opportunity for me as well, because I'm just looking at the 1 hour. Obviously, we are already down in the last today. We're already down over 8.5%. You know, it's a lot to then go and play some fresh shorts. But, you know, if we trade what we see, we've got a bit of another worrying pennant there. Look at this beautiful flag. See, look at this beautiful flag. I love this. I just love it when things play out really nicely technically. Okay, bar the upsetting news with Russia and Ukraine, but when things playing out technically like this, it's a godsend really. So again, let's just measure this pole, this pennant. Yeah, it should see there or thereabouts the equivalent to the downside. I mean, I'll be looking at 52 cents to be honest there, because we can see this zone. We can easily pass through it. Let's be conservative actually. Let's go here. I've just spotted some demand around this sort of 56 cents, just support. So even, let's see what we get on risk to reward. Just tighten up stops a little bit above. You know, even shorts from this current level now to target 56 cents, sort of 56, maybe 56.50 to be conservative. Stops placing at sort of 67 cents. Makes a good trade, around sort of 3 in terms of risk to reward. Okay. What else is going on? I'm absolutely devastated because look at ADA, Cardano. Okay, what a beautiful project Cardano is. What a beautiful technology that these guys built. And look at the token. It's going to provide serious opportunities for everyone. I remember weeks and weeks and weeks ago, I spoke about my concerns about Cardano, just technically, because of like this sort of head and shoulder structure, and obviously smashing through key support. And this is just going to free fall. You know, this area is what I'll be looking at next. You know, around sort of 40, 35 cents. That's where it's coming down to, without a shadow of doubt. So the good thing is, you know, with a lot of these tokens, where we're going to get these corrections, we've seen where they've gone to in the past. So say, for example, look, say, and this Cardano's a great project, by the way, guys. You can check into it yourself. That's just my view. Say, for example, we were to come all the way down here for a Cardano, yeah? In towards, let's be conservative, say 37 cents. Oh, I just want to show you the gains potentially from there, okay? From 30, look, if you were to buy in here around 37 cents and all the way back up to the all-time highs, that's 700%. Now, obviously, it may take some time to get back up there, but one way or another, it's going to go back up, okay? When we have a bull trend, you know, there's potentially 700% up for grabs. You know, if it's like $100, you know, $100 times 700%, do the quick maths, you know, you're looking at $7 grand, $1,000. So keep an eye on all these corrections, just like Sandbox. Look here. All right, no, that's not a good example. Let's go with, what else is there? DOT, from where we're at now. I can't believe this. Got a chunky amount of holdings in DOT, even from this current area. Say we come down and correct, actually. We come down even deeper towards 11 cents. And then we end up going back up to the all-time highs. Again, sort of over 300% there, up for grabs. So start looking, when things become a little bit more clearer for me, in terms of potential areas that we're going to bounce and when we get some clear signals, but I'll be looking on the higher time frames. I'll let you guys know. And maybe we can, as I say, look at loading up on some of these bargains, because there's some serious bargains across the board, particularly with these big boys, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana. You know, how much is Solana down from those highs? Look, even from here, back up to the all-time high area, you know, 200%. So there's going to be a lot of bargains up for grabs, but this is probably going to come a bit more deeper. Aaron, I agree. Potential for buyers to step in around 30K for a nice push into 60s again, but it's, let's see, no speculating, like you say. Yep, trading what we see. That's it, buddy. That's exactly it. I mean, it does look highly attractive. You know, the thing is as well, obviously, I'm sure you agree, Aaron, you know, when we look left, we can't defy that this is a massive area. So if this doesn't hold, all hell will break loose. And if we just look together, you know, there'll be a couple of extra areas before we get all the way down. If we were to really pick up bearish momentum before we come down to this big area here, which is around sort of 19K, we'll then keep an eye on perhaps, you know, perhaps here, sort of 26, 25K, and maybe even here. Yeah, just more so around sort of 25, 26K. Otherwise, we're going to drop below 20K there for Bitcoin. But that's, yeah, if this gives ground, it's going to be some serious selling pressure. Let's see what we're getting for Bitcoin from around 30K up to the highs, over 100%, of course, yeah. If we did come down to there. So there's going to be some potential fast bucks to earn if we do get those respective bounces. A lot of bargains, as I say. Have you ever heard of FTM? I haven't, Lan. Do you want to enlighten me? FTM, is it a project that we're looking at? FTM, let me know. FTM, was it a crypto? FTM, crypto. Oh, Phantom. Okay. I've heard a few people speaking about this. I haven't read into it yet. I will. Phantom is a fast and high throughput open source smart contract platform for digital assets and dApps. So Size applications. Okay, seems interesting. Got some big partners there already. Spot, obviously, Chainlink, Waves. Okay, this could be an interesting one. Why Phantom speed, security, scalability. Okay. Their consensus protocol delivers unparalleled speed, security, and reliability. Enjoy the most instant transactions and extreme low fees. Okay, this looks like an interesting project. Looks like it has real case value here. They've got quite a few dApps already deployed on its ecosystem, which is good. Don't recognize any of these myself right now, apart from Sushi. Okay, Sushi. All right, this looks like a good project, Lan. Thank you. Okay, looks like a very good project. I might have to review this actually in a video to come. It looks promising. Okay, and you can stake on Phantom as well. Love that. That's great. Awesome. Okay, let me check this out. Let me check out Phantom. What's the token ticker? Let's have a look. Phantom Terra FTM. Sorry, you did say that. Apologies. Yeah. Okay. I just want to see where we've been. What's the all-time high on Phantom? Okay. All right. Whoa, we're only just coming off the all-time high. So this one looks like a promising project there. How many coins we got in circulation? Let's have a look. Phantom. Okay, we've got a lot of Phantom coins. Fine. Okay, over 2 billion tokens. But the project sounds really promising. I'll have to properly review it because I won't be able to just make an informed decision until that. But even this, look at this. Same as like Bitcoin, we're approaching like a big area. You can see here. This looks like a bit of an M structure to me technically. You know, if you were to just go by the technical textbook, we've got what's known as a double top. So we've got 1 top, 2 top, and our neckline here. And obviously, if that breaks, if we end up breaking here, I don't know if anyone, I'm sure they do, offering margin trading on this, but this looks like we could have quite a bit of a correction there, given this double bottom. By the way, I have got a new series that started, guys. I did the very, very basics yesterday that was posted. It was just what is cryptocurrency. The next one, we start going through how to read charts and how to start conducting technical analysis. That's going to go up on Monday. So check it out. Even if you're an advanced trader, if you're a beginner, it doesn't matter. Just go and pick up some knowledge from myself. I never hesitate to pick up knowledge from anybody. If I'm always open to learn new ways of reading charts or just learning new things in general. Never allow your ego to stop you from learning. From anybody really, if they offer value. So check that out next Monday. I'm talking about just the baby steps into reading charts, some technical analysis on there. And we'll be doing technical analysis over the coming weeks because we can dive really, really deep. We're going from basic to intermediate to advanced. So yeah, keep an eye on this. I did spot something actually just on FTM just now, just while I was speaking. I think it's on the 4 hour. Oh no, it must be in the hour. Yeah, you see a bit of sort of bearish pennant structure there as we're around that M structure or that double top neckline. Looks like a bit of narrowing here, and we could end up just extending to the downside out of that pennant there for FTM. But thank you for pointing that project out, Lan. Sounds awesome, and I'm definitely going to break that down on a review video for sure. What else? Anyone else looking at anything at the moment in terms of tokens? Let's just jump back to... I'll just give you guys a quick update. I don't want to speak too much about Forex, but obviously with everything that's going on at the moment, there's been some big moves. You see gold's a safe haven. I said one day maybe Bitcoin can be a gold, like a hedge against all uncertainty. Maybe one day, hedge against inflation, hedge against uncertainty. But we've had a big breakout with gold prices as well, just because of the Russian situation. That was a trade that I had. Big flights into safe havens such as yen. You can see, look at all these gains in the yen pairs. We're seeing a lot of flow into safe haven. And then if you look at stock markets, let's just quickly look at the US stock market, just so you can see it's not just cryptocurrency being hit. This is UK FTSE. Don't really analyze that. Let's just bring up the Dow Jones, US 30. Look at the Dow Jones as well. So heavy selling pressure for stock markets as well. So it's not just cryptocurrency, guys. So don't panic and just think it's crypto sell-off. It's the entirety of the financial markets right now. Just going back to Bitcoin, what we're doing. Just still consolidating for now. Not too much to do right now. We're just waiting for that pullback and for that pullback to be sold I believe. Love that, Jake. Exactly. Knowledge is power, buddy. And, you know, like I always say, you know, power is gained sharing knowledge, not hoarding it. You know, we always should share knowledge. Yeah, so keep an eye on this XRP. Looks like it's going to just break out soon with another burst of energy. It's a shame, really, because XRP, I know the XRP army were getting very excited a few weeks ago after we had the positive updates out of that SEC case hearing. There was some positive messages coming out from the judge allowing Ripple to present certain evidences, which was supporting the you know, a bit of momentum there. But if you look as well, the trend's been to the downside. Look, guys, if you look lower high, I'm not going to mark all these up, but look, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then are we going to go and print a lower low? That's why I expect this to probably dwarf that 56 cents area and end up coming down to here, you know, and that's not unknown territory. We've been there just last year, 2021. So it does look like XRP is going to lose some ground. But, you know, even XRP, when all this nonsense stops, with the SEC hearing as well. Say, for example, we're able to get back in down at sort of 46 cents with XRP. And, you know, you got to look at all-time highs. I know we haven't been there in a very long time, but look, again, that's 600%. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities, a lot of bargains up for grabs when we do finish this correction. Yeah, man. Damn. XRP is one on my watch list. But to be honest, it doesn't interest me until we get into, yeah, that agreed, buddy. Yep, just as I said, agreed, Aaron. Definitely. What's your story, Aaron? Appreciate you always coming online. Are you full-time trader? What's your story? Out of interest. Just while you respond, I'm just going to take a look at what else did I want to look at. Yeah, my poor dot. Link as well. Got a lot of Link holdings. See, Link, you see, what I'm going to do, I'm going to incorporate that FTM actually, because I think FTM is going to be in the same sort of category as my Polkadot, my Chainlink, and my Cardano in terms of like cryptocurrencies that I just feel like in terms of the native tokens. And obviously, bar the native tokens, the projects behind them, the foundations, what the technology these guys are building is incredible. You know, it puts them all in the same bracket as, you know, offering serious real case value, not just nonsense like memes. Obviously, don't get me wrong, memes are great if we want to catch these fast moves, but having longevity and going to offer some real change to a number of companies, big institutions. FTM, as I say, it seems, as I say, I'm going to read into that, but Cardano, Chainlink and Polkadot, all I believe are in that same sort of category. So yeah. So I don't know, guys. It's a shame, really, that we're having to get into war. If you're to ask me if this is going to get any worse, it could get worse. If, for example, well, it looks like you know, like NATO, in terms of like UK, US. I don't think these guys are getting involved, but if in terms of actual physically, if they get involved physically regarding war, then, you know, we have a bigger sell-off. An even bigger one. So let's just see how bad this gets. And obviously, once again, my thoughts and energy, good energy to anyone affected by it. So I'm really, really sorry that that this is happening in today's world. It is sad. But if we can try and you know, just share some good energy where you can with anyone that you know, please do. Please do. All right, I think that's it. So Aaron, been trading 4 years now, but failed for the first 2. That was the same sort of story as me, buddy. Now I've been full-time trading and traveling for 2 years. Love that. Not been an easy road, that's for sure, but it's all worth it. Damn right, brother. So true. So true. That's it, really. You know, in your first sort of couple of years, it is a lot of failure. You know, I remember, you know, a good solid year. Initially, it's fail, you know, blowing up account after account. And it's so hard at first in that year to learn the right lessons. And then after that sort of solid failure, then I was sort of there was less failure coming after the following 18-month period, less failure. And then it was more like even. Okay, a bit of failure, a bit of success, bit of failure, bit of success, just not enough consistency. And then sort of after 2 years plus, consistency came, you know, and I finally was able to get something that worked for me. So yeah, it's just going through those paces, but a lot of people don't want to go through those paces, that process to get there. But it's a beautiful thing when you do, as I'm sure you're aware. Look at you, you're traveling now. Arweave. I've heard, Arweave. Is it Arweave? Am I pronouncing that correctly? I've seen this, but I haven't read into it again. Store data permanently. Ah, yes, I have read about this before. Okay. Right, so it allows you to store data and have access to that permanently on their blockchain. So permanently sustainable. Arweave is a new type of storage that backs data with sustainable and perpetual endowments, allowing users and developers to truly store data forever for this first time. As a collectively owned hard drive that never forgets, cool. Arweave allows us to remember and preserve valuable information, apps, and history indefinitely by preserving history. Why couldn't I get that word out? By preserving history, it prevents others from rewriting it. Love that. Okay, permaweb. Interesting. Okay, one as well to... you know, the thing is, though, what differs this to the likes of... Well, I guess, no. I was going to say like something like Dropbox or Google Drive, but then this is blockchain. This is decentralized, not run by, you know, a company, and it's being able to access that forever. If Google was to disappear, then that obviously all the data would be gone. If Dropbox was to disappear, all the data would be gone. But with this, that's going to be stored on a blockchain and be able to access that forever. Valuable, okay. Be interesting to see some cases of who would really benefit from this, but it does sound interesting to me. Okay. They've got some big partners as well. Coinbase, the one off the point that I know from the top of my head. I'm going to read into this as well. I'm just going to note this down. So I need to do some reviews on Phantom and Arweave. All right, I'm checking those both out, guys. Okay, so for the coming videos, let me do some reviews on those. Let's have a look at the token. Arweave. Oh! Okay, here we go. AR ticker. Yeah, you said that as well. Where's the all-time high? Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. What a shame of this bear market. Because, man, look at the all-time highs. So about $125. Jeez. And we're really, really coming down here, aren't we? So here, you know, from where we're at, again, 400% potentially there, but just stuck in this stubborn bear market. Okay, that's one I want to review for sure, particularly of that upside potential there with Arweave, Arweave, however you say it. I need to check into that properly. But guys, let's just see, where are we at? Bitcoin, let's go back to Bitcoin a minute. I'd like to speak about FX, but this is a crypto channel, so I can't really at the moment. There's been a lot of decent moves there in FX, given it's unfortunate. So yeah, keep an eye on this. This consolidation does look like we want to go for a breakout soon. It's coming. And as I say, towards 30K. I just wonder, even if we were to enter, say shorts here, just above this consolidation pattern, if we were to come up here, 36,600, I'd go, I just want to put a horizontal line here, just where we bottomed there. I don't think this is going to offer me. Yeah, this offers decent RR. Potential trade idea there for Bitcoin. Looks like we are going for a bit of breakout. I just want to go on a lower time frame. Don't really trade 15-minute, but just trying to see what's going on. Yeah, just we're hugging that support line at the moment, but it is going to give way, isn't it? We are going to come down 30K. That'll be a big video to do. As soon as that hits that, I want to go live and we'll just see what happens for the course of a few hours, because it'll be interesting times. I have one more question. Like a week ago, I got this channel recommended, and there was a bald white man doing long short game a year ago. Where is he now? Oh, hey, Lan. So that is Artie. I don't actually know where Artie is. But yeah, long short. I yeah, I don't know where RT is. I have no idea. Regarding that long short, I'm going to get stuck into that soon as well, because I noticed that there was if you look on this CoinCasso channel, there is a big, challenge, which I'm sure I can absolutely dwarf once I get familiar with the long short, the long short game, because it's options trading, essentially speculating on Bitcoin, and essentially going long or short on certain time frames. But I believe he did a $1 to $500 challenge or something, which, maybe ego's kicking in, but I'm sure I'll give that a go and dwarf it. Maybe go to $1 to $1,000. I'll do that shortly. I'll do that soon. That'll be a video that I'd like to do, sitting on streams and just while we're covering some ground on these moves as well, and just getting stuck in some long and short. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he's gone. To be honest, buddy. Yeah, it does. It does look fun, and obviously, if you're making money, it's even better, right, Lan? So yeah, definitely worth a go. I'm gonna have a go soon myself, potentially next week. Hex. I've been told about Hex a few times. Hex dollar T. Oh? Let me get this up. Hex. Let me put this down as well. The first high yield blockchain certificate of, I missed that, the next word. What did it say? Oh, certificate of deposit. Okay. They're clever with the staking, because that just, I love staking, right? And that just peeled my eyelids open. Like Mr. B, like with the toothpicks. That was literally what my eyes did when I just saw stakes average of 38% per year, because those are massive returns. So the first blockchain certificate of deposit, high returns, no minimum, and decentralized design. It's quite a lot of wallets there, over 400,000. How it works. Why am I seeing the word scam there? Okay, let's just see what Hex is about. The first high yield blockchain certificate of deposit, known as, CDs, known as certificates of deposit or time deposits, are worth trillions of dollars. CDs are worth more than gold, credit card companies, and cash. Okay, so it's a high yielding, it seems like a high yielding offering, right? The savings account requiring money or deposited for a fixed time. Okay, in Hex, you're the bank. The money you earn about it, the more you'll love it. So is this it just seems like somewhere to stake, and they offer a very decent yield of Hex. Lower gas fees. Okay. I'm going to have to read into this, see what it really is about. Hex. But those returns look pretty damn good to me. 38%. It's just, are they sustainable, and are you going to get those 38% returns? Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Other than that, guys, I said that, I think I've said that 3 times now. But yeah, I think these moves are going to continue, okay? Look like they are going to continue for a while. Sorry, I'm just going back to Bitcoin again, because I just want to keep an eye on this. Put chart on log view. Oh, was that for Hex? Let's go back to Hex. Let me bring up the okay. So I'm just going to quickly check Hex on here on CoinMarketCap a minute. Okay, wow, there's a lot of Hex in circulation, isn't there? Circulating supply 173 billion. Whew, chunky. Oh, so that, just checking. Year to date, where are we? Wow. I need to read into Hex, buddy. So you have to stake for 6+ years to get the 38%. Right. Okay. So yeah, nice long-term game there. Okay. Still, that's pretty decent. Mike, what are you saying? I saw your message was retracted. Talk to me. I just missed your message. Mike. else? Yeah, I'll have to check that out, by the way, regarding that Hex. Okay, 6 years plus. 6 years plus. I mean, that's fair enough then on that 38%, to be honest. Let's go back to XRP. Okay. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it, guys. It's a shame that, next time it looks like, because this looked readable at one point yesterday. I should just go live whenever I see something like this, and then we can sort of see these big moves happening in real time rather than having to cover. I feel like every time I'm coming on, I'm covering moves after they've happened, which is annoying. We're always in consolidation mode when I'm doing these streams. I was saying Hex is a Richard Hart project. I think he's a shady guy. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna do due diligence. Obviously, I'm sure you've done some there yourself. I've never heard of the fella Richard Hart. I'll check into that. I've just lost my pen because I wanted to know. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look. Richard Hart. Okay, we'll check that out. What else? Anything else? Any guys want to talk about? Cover some ground on. Yeah. Anything at all? We could speak. I can't believe gold. Gold moves were nice. I mean, Cadiz, a safe haven, flying. And this is where technicals just work out really nice. Let's move these arrows. You see how I had this pennant marked up. I was already in longs here. And then this flag. Nice little, you see these candlesticks. And we're going to be going over this when trading cryptocurrency in my next episode anyway. Like this candlestick formation here. Bit of a morning star to indicate a change in trend from this near-term downside. And then big breakout to the north. And extending, well dwarfing my targets there. But hopefully one day Bitcoin can be like that. Can be like gold. One day. Maybe. Who knows? But gold's just the ultimate safe haven, isn't it? You can see where this is going. It's just going to keep flying after, really, it broke out this huge flag structure there for gold. Like a massive flag there or thereabouts. But yeah. Cool, guys. Sandbox, Jake. Sandbox. Sandbox is going to the moon. Excuse the cliche there, but it's true. It's obviously we're coming right to the downside at the moment, but I did a review on Sandbox previously as one of my top Metaverse picks. You can check that out if you haven't checked it out. It's on this channel. I love Sandbox because this is the thing that turns me on. Now I've just ordered a controller because I'm going to start. I'm going to get involved on this. But there's a number of if you look at the land, I was monitoring. The land on Sandbox. If you go on OpenSea. Let's have a look. OpenSea. Just want to show you. Don't think I'm logged in. Let me just show you Sandbox, right? There was something that I was trying to bid on. I missed out. But look, okay. You see all these lands? Look, this is land, digital land on Sandbox, right? That's 7K. You see that? Even that, it depends. If you look, see what companies are on this land or what's around this land. But $7,000 for a piece of digital land is insane. But there's more. They go for more than that. So check these out. There's land to be flipped on here if you can find ones with that have got good companies on there, or just in terms of the territory on here. These can be flipped quite quickly. They're cheap right now because I think it's maybe because of this bear market. Yeah. Oh, so anyway, going back to the point, why I like Sand, you can just get involved and start building your own sort of your own game on here, your own NFTs. You just download whatever you've got, they haven't got Mac at the moment, but you download Windows and start crafting. It's definitely worth checking out, or even just exploring the game. I want to do some streaming on that soon as well. But the land, it's insane. Like, for digital land, thousands of dollars. It's mad, really. Look at them all. So, yeah, definitely worth checking out, because at some point, all these, you know, all this space is going to be filled. All companies get involved, buying areas. You know, you've already seen it. It's happening in Decentraland as well. Decentraland's another one that sort of rivals Sandbox. You know, you've got the likes of JP Morgan on there. You've got Warner Music on there. All these big companies are coming into these metaverses. It's nuts. I love it. And I just love how, you know, you can go into these games, you can start building land and start renting. You know, you rent your land, you make a passive income of your land, you know. So definitely, if something especially in this current market downturn, if you can research, see what companies are on in these bits of land that you can own, these bits of real estate, worth buying and holding and then flipping, you know, when the market recovers. But right now, there's a lot of land on here. Yeah, there's a lot of land on here right now. Got one eToro on there. eToro on this bit of land, 9K, big company, of course. Sure you recognize. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'm super bullish on Metaverse tokens. Could be huge this year. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I'm massively bullish once this bear market's over. Lan, your question, you said, yeah, exactly. Jake's probably just going to answer what I was going to say. Land is useful because the metaverse is like digital world. If you own land where people are building on it, you could earn. Exactly. But you've got to, DYOR, of course, do your own research. Exactly. Agreed. That's exactly it, buddy. And it's like, you know, you can earn in the metaverse, you can earn in these digital worlds, in the sandbox, for example. Go and buy some land that probably almost costs the equivalent of some places if you were to buy land in your own country or in the UK. You know, you could buy land, but then you you know, you can build on that land, and then you can rent out, you know, on that land, so on and so forth. You can make money. That's the key thing. Oh look, the Winklevoss are on here as well in this section. Winklevoss Capital. Those twins are big in what they've done. Never heard of BitBuzz. But yeah, so that's why, Lan. So a lot of earning potential there if you can get some land and maybe just sit on it. And then yeah. So yeah, man. That's it really, guys. I think that's all that's it for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for jumping in today. Stay blessed and stay safe. Let's get it.